Hi friends! So nice to be here with you. I'm actually headed out of town here in about half an hour. So we'll spend a little time here before I go running out the door. I'll wait just a minute to see if anybody gets on. I think I told you guys earlier this week that unfortunately a dear friend of mine passed away in a scuba diving accident last weekend. So I am all packed up and headed to Tampa this evening to finish helping with plans for her memorial service, which is on Saturday. But before I left, I wanted to jump on. I had a speaking request that came in for me today, and it sparked an idea for me for a Facebook Live. And I'm trying to get better about being on here and jumping on just quickly and giving you guys tips. So I'll go ahead and get started. If you're here, I'd love to say hi. So please let me know that you're here. Say hi. Drop a comment in so that I know you're with us. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. What I want to talk about is how you can choose the right free speaking engagements and why sometimes it's worth it to do a free speaking engagement because of the likelihood that it's going to lead to a paid speaking engagement. I got a request today for a paid speaking engagement at a university, and it's all because the person who invited me saw me speak almost a year and a half ago now, and saw me speak at that conference and was interested in having me come speak at their university. And that conference speaking engagement that I did was free. And actually, it's a conference I've spoken at several times now for free. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what my strategy is for that, because I am a paid public speaker now, and I make probably hard to believe I can speak, right? I make about a third of my annual revenue from speaking fees. So you might wonder why I would ever take a free speaking gig. And there's a lot of reasons that I take one. I don't take every free speaking gig that I get offered or that I could go after, but I strategically take free speaking gigs that I know will lead to other things, whether that's a paid speaking gig or consulting, or it's book sales or it's clients. There are different reasons to do it. But the one I'm going to tell you about today was a free speaking gig I took because I knew it was going to get me in front of an audience full of sort of my ideal client, both for consulting that I was doing at the time. Again, this was a year and a half ago. When I did that speaking engagement, actually, it was a couple months before I started the business I have now. I was still in a PR agency at that point in time, and I was our director of sports marketing. And so I was trying to grow our sports marketing practice at the time. And I went and spoke for free at a conference that was attended by people who work within college athletics. The video is telling me my connection is weak, so hopefully it hangs in there for us and you guys get all of this. So the reason I did that free speaking engagement was I knew it was going to put me in front of several hundred people who work in college athletics and would be in a position to bring me into their athletic departments to speak or to consult, and that's where I would make my money, is on the back end. And if you've been on one of my webinars or you've been through any of my programs for public speaking, and I have a brand new public speaking course, I will post a link to it here and in the Facebook group. But in my new public speaking course, I talk about how important it is to make sure you're getting in front of the right audience, because people come to me and they say they want to do a TEDx speech, or they want to speak at South by Southwest, or whatever. They've got this place they want to speak that's a well-known, credible, well thought of place to speak. And I always try to temper their expectations and let them know what you would expect to get out of a speech like that. Because if you're going into it thinking that you're going to walk away with a bunch of clients, let's say you want to go speak on the TEDx stage, if you are going to do that because you think you're going to walk away with a bunch of one-on-one clients, I'm sorry to tell you that that's probably not what's going to happen. There are great reasons to do a TEDx speech, but trying to get one-on-one clients is a long shot. That's not one of the reasons that I would do it. However, for me, when my ideal audience was people who worked in athletic departments, and particularly people who were in management roles in athletic departments, going and speaking for free at a conference where I got in front of hundreds of them that's why you speak for free, because you're putting yourself in front of so many people who have the ability to bring you in and pay you to come speak to their group. And there are a lot of different ways to do this. I had a client at one point in time who did a lot of speaking at universities, and she went and did a university showcase. There are these showcases where administrators from universities come and you pay to essentially perform in front of them and give them an idea of your speaking style and your topic. And the idea is, if they connect with you, then they will hire you to come speak at their school, and that's when you would get paid. And that's actually, those showcases, you pay a little bit of money to be part of those showcases. But there are a lot of opportunities like that. I have another client who does a lot of sales training and just business development type training within companies. And so when we first started working together, I said, let's talk about the type of person who would hire you and bring you in to speak in one of those companies. And we found that the person we needed to approach, sorry guys, I am at a loss for words today. It's been a rough week with my friend passing away and with heading down there for that memorial service. I'm literally leaving as soon as I get done with the video, so my brain is like mush this week. Okay, but we found out that the person that we needed to be in touch with at these companies were people who had titles like talent coordinator or talent development or business development. You know, it wasn't necessarily the CEO. It wasn't even the director of sales. Even if you wanted to work with the sales staff, certainly if you went to the director of sales, that's one in. But really the person who was putting together programming for their retreats and who was bringing in these trainers to do full day sessions were these people that were in these talent development and business development roles. Well, how do you meet those people and how do you get in front of them? Well, you figure out what trade organizations they belong to. And we found a national association for talent development directors. And that's where she needs to put herself. That's where she wants to write guest blogs for that association's blog or something in their newsletter. She would want to do maybe a webinar for them. I've done that with the Legal Marketing Association when a lot of my clients were attorneys and law firms. I spoke a lot at the Legal Marketing Association because it was the legal marketers inside a law firm that actually did the hiring for people. Like, I think we cut out there for a second. Hopefully this keeps going. I don't know why my signal is so poor today. But what you want to do is figure out who it is you need to get in front of, and then figure out where those people hang out. What organizations do they belong to? What conferences do they go to? That sort of thing. And if you need to speak for free at a conference or an event like that, or in front of a trade association, because it puts you in a room full of the people who can hire you to go speak. See, I'm like losing it today. Sorry, guys. Who can hire you to go in and speak and get paid to speak. You know, that's ideal. So it's worth it to speak for free if your audience is full of people that can hire you for whatever it is that you do. And I know you guys have a range of services and products, so obviously it's different for everybody. And if you want to ask me about the particular product or service that you have and you want to brainstorm who you would want to be in front of, I'm happy to do that. Just pop that into the comments either now, or if you watch the replay, I'll come back and check it later. But think about who you need to be in front of in order to get more clients or get more customers. Then you figure out where do those people hang out. And often you're going to find that it makes sense to go speak in front of those people for free because it will lead to a purchase or sale down the road, or it'll lead them to bring you in to speak to their group for a paid speaking engagement. So even though I make such a big part of my revenue from paid speaking engagements, I absolutely still take free speaking engagements when they make sense for me, whether that's something local where I'm able to go do it for free and I don't have to travel, or sometimes I'll get offered a speaking engagement that's out of town and they can't afford a speaking fee, but they do offer to cover my travel. So it all to me comes down to who's going to be in that room, who am I going to be in front of, and does it get me a step closer to my goal? And that is exactly how my new public speaking course starts out, is by walking you through how to choose the right speaking engagements, how to get in front of the right people. It's not just getting in front of people, although in the beginning, certainly it makes sense just to get yourself in front of people and get those reps and become a better speaker. But down the road, you want a strategic approach to speaking. You want to choose the right people to be in front of, and then the right topic to be presenting them to get to your end goal, whether that's to bring on one-on-one clients, or it's to fill a group program, it's to fill a retreat, it's to sell books. There are a lot of different reasons why you might want to be in front of an audience, and you've got to take a strategic approach if you want to achieve that goal. You can't just put yourself out there and go speak in front of anybody. So I certainly think that it makes sense to have a mix of free and paid speaking engagements if they're in the right place and you're in front of the right people. It's all about the strategy. And if you're interested in learning more about that, my new public speaking course is open. It's called Step Onto Stage, from First Gig to Paid Expert. And it's exactly what it sounds like. If you've never spoken before, there's a lot in there for you to teach you how to get that first gig, how to prepare for it in terms of choosing your topic, choosing who you're going to be in front of, actually writing your speech. Hi, Nicole. Anybody else who's here, feel free to say hi. I love knowing when you guys are watching. But in that new course, it walks you through everything from getting that first gig to getting those other gigs down the road. My bonuses right now, one of them teaches you how to start getting paid. We talk in the course about how to leverage your speaking engagements, because it shouldn't ever be viewed as just a one-off opportunity to get in front of people. You should view it as an opportunity to also let the rest of your audience know, whether that's through your email newsletter or that's on social media, that you're doing this speaking engagement. It helps position you as an expert. If people find out that you're being invited to speak in front of groups, particularly when it's prestigious or well-known groups, that affects your credibility, not just for the people who are present in the audience and see you live, but for everyone who finds out that you did that speaking engagement. So I have very specific strategies to leverage each and every speaking engagement that I have so that I can get the most out of it. So the new course walks you through all of that. I try to give you guys tons of good tidbits here in the group and get you started. But if you feel like you're ready to get going, you're ready to hit the ground running, and that you just need somebody to tell you what to do and what order to do it in, that's who the course is going to be great for. I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do, what order to do it in, and what it looks like when you're pitching, who you pitch to, how you find their email address, how you leverage that speaking engagement before, during, and after. It's everything you could ever know to either start speaking or to grow speaking as part of your business. Hi, Laura. I see that you're here too. So I just want to share with you guys a little bit today about why I still take free speaking engagements and the ones that make the most sense for my business, and encourage you that you're never too big to take free speaking engagements. Just because I get paid decent sums of money to speak to people now, it doesn't mean that I don't still take those free gigs when it's right for me. But there's a strategy behind that. And if you joined the video a little late, please go back and watch it from the beginning. And I talk you through an experience I just had for a speaking gig that I got offered, a paid gig that I got offered that came out of a free speaking engagement, and how I choose those free speaking engagements to ensure that I'm spending my time wisely and I'm getting in front of the right people. I'm so glad that you guys were able to join me. I'm sorry I got a little disjointed. I told you guys having a rough week because of my friend who unexpectedly passed away, and unfortunately I am headed out the door to go down to Tampa to help some other friends plan her memorial service. So I will try to jump back on live with you guys later this week, but I can't make any promises because I'm not sure what our schedule is going to be like down there as we try to get things together. Nicole says she loves having a plan. Yeah, if you are someone who has been thinking about making speaking a bigger part of your personal branding or a bigger part of your business, and you feel stuck, you've hit a roadblock, or you just haven't been able to keep moving forward, you don't know what to do next, you don't know where to look for the speaking gigs, you don't know who to contact, you don't know what to say to them when you contact them, all of that is in my new public speaking course. It walks you through my strategy for exactly how I choose every speaking engagement that I do, and it is a very strategic approach because I don't want to waste my time. I want to get in front of the right people. It walks you through how to outline your speech, how to pitch yourselves to people, how you find the people to pitch to begin with, how to prepare and deliver a speech that's engaging and that's going to help you reach your goals and that really wows the audience, how to leverage each speaking engagement to get the most out of it. So it's not just the people who are there live in the audience. There's so many things you can do to leverage that speaking engagement with your email list and your social media following, people who read your blog. There's a lot of different leveraging techniques. All that stuff is in the new course, and I've got a VIP option right now that gets you some one-on-one time with me. I will look at your pitch. I will look at an actual practice speech for you so that you aren't nervous and you know that when you get up on that stage that you're absolutely going to rock it. So I will put in the link for the course here in the comments of the video when I get done here. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask me here. Shoot me a private message. Email me at Christy@guidemybrand.com. However you want to get in touch, I would be happy to answer any questions you have about the course, and I'll post the link to it when I get done. Nicole said, sorry about my friend. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. I'm so glad that you guys were able to be with me today. Oh, thank you. Jacqueline also said, sorry to hear about my friend. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. My poor friend, she was only 37. She was a young female attorney who I met when we were even younger female attorneys. She's a couple years older than I am, but we graduated law school at the same time. And if you guys didn't see my video earlier this week, on Monday I did a video about, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm facing windows. The back side of my house is like floor to ceiling windows, and that's what I'm facing, and a bird just flew into the window. I hope it's okay, but it scared the crap out of me. It's just been one of those weeks. I think it is that moon that we've had this week. It is like just making everything wacky. But unfortunately, my friend was in a scuba diving accident on Saturday and did not make it. Her husband also was injured and in the hospital, but he has been released. So we're glad that he's going to be okay, and just all hoping to support him. So another friend of mine from law school, we are packing up our car and heading down to Tampa to try and offer that support and help put together the memorial service for this weekend. So if you're trying to get in touch with me and you feel like it's taking longer than it normally does, that is why. I'm checking my emails, and my team is hard at work on all of our client work. And so hopefully I've surrounded myself with the right people to be able to keep my business going so that I can take a couple of days with my friends. Yeah, Jacqueline said she heard the thump. I know, I'm a little worried about this bird. We, one other time, have had a bird run into the window that ended up injured, that I had to run to the bird hospital nearby. We do actually have a bird hospital not that far from where I live that twice now I've had to take birds to, that I found in my yard. So I will get off the video and I will go check on the bird, and hopefully the bird is okay. But if you join the video partway through, please go back and watch it from the beginning, and I'll talk to you guys about why I still do free speaking gigs and which free speaking gigs I do and why I do them, because they end up leading to more paid gigs for me. I know a lot of you ended up on here late. It's so funny, like now I'm ready to sign off and I want to stay because in the beginning nobody was on and now you're all here. I can see so many of you jumping on and commenting, and just the number of people it tells me you're joining. I saw Carrie join and Heather. Thank you for stopping by. I've got to run because I've got to get down to Tampa, but go back, watch the video. I'll give you my tips about how I choose free speaking engagements, and I'm telling you guys a little bit about my course, which is now ready. I know a lot of you who've been in the group for a while have been hearing about this course for months, and it's finally here. Spirit hands. I'm so glad it's finally done. So go back, watch the whole video. Let me know if you have any questions. Get in touch. Let's talk about whether the course is right for you. And I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Thank you.